City. He's one of us. He knows what it means to wear the crimson and blue with pride. And he's been a rock star everywhere he's been, from Tulane to Northwestern to now back home. This is a guy who's raised almost $500 million in athletic department development funds, and now he's one of us again. But the thing I love about Travis Goff's first 4 months on the job, he came in with his own vision, and yet he wants us to all be a part of a collective vision going forward. Because of that approach, he's got everybody on board on Mount Oread, and I think after you hear him speak tonight, if you aren't already on board, you'll be ready to run through a wall. So give it up for your new athletics director, the head hawk, Travis Goff.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you, man. He's full of hyperbole. Don't buy a whole lot of he says unless it's about Lance Leipold. Everything he says about Lance Leipold is true. He's overinflating whatever he said about me. Listen, it's awesome to be in Kansas City. This is the best city in the country. This is the best sports city in the country. This is the best college sports city in the country. And there's zero debate about which institution dominates Kansas City. So it's so good to see everybody. We appreciate you so much. Your support means more than you can ever imagine. Your attendance here tonight, the energy you provide us, the financial support obviously speaks for itself. Your attendance, the way in which you represent your alma mater in many cases, the way in which you talk so passionately about the University of Kansas. And as a fellow alum, of which I know we've got a lot in the audience tonight, I can tell you we've got a lot to be proud of at KU. And it's my role, one of my roles at least, to make sure we're telling that story far and wide. So if you give me just a couple minutes, I'll do that. Then I want to talk about Lance and get him up here. First of all, this is a proud academic institution, and I'm proud to have my degree from the University of Kansas, to have been a student walking that hill in those classrooms, at least most of the time. And we should all be proud of that. We should hang our hats on that. It's an AAU research institution. That means a lot. That means a lot in a variety of ways. So we should be proud of that. We should tell that story. We've got a rich tradition with some of the most passionate and supportive fans in all of college athletics. In fact, I'd stack us up there with anything in the country. And that's only going to continue to build in the years ahead. We've got the most tradition-rich basketball program in the country. I think everybody knows that. And I'll say a quick word about that group. There's a lot of attention about the newcomers and the transfers and the young guys. We've got an incredible nucleus coming back to that team. So I think when you're out there this late fall, winter, and you're watching Coach Self do something he does so masterfully, which is to mold a group of young men together into a championship contending team, you're going to see that nucleus, that experience, some seasoned veterans, and you're going to see some new, exciting additions as well. Couldn't be more excited. We've got an amazing schedule. We need you in Allen Fieldhouse. Before that, we're going to need you in a couple other venues, but we need you in Allen Fieldhouse. We've got Kentucky coming to Lawrence. We've got Missouri coming to Lawrence. Does anybody remember the last Missouri game in Allen Fieldhouse? It won't be that close this time. So we're fired up about basketball, but first things first, we've got a new thing happening in football at KU. You've heard it before. I understand it. I was one of you. I was a fan. I was an alum. I was in the stands. I've lived it, so you've heard it before. So I feel confident I can say this to you. This is new. This is different, because this is about building a program. And this is about building a program for the sustained long term. And when we went out and did that search this spring, that was incredibly clear to those of us involved in that. And that was a privilege that we took very, very seriously, which was to go out there and find the person that has a track record of building programs at multiple places at the highest level, and who passionately wanted to be at the University of Kansas. And that's who we have in Lance Leipold. So I can't wait for you to get out and see the way in which he's going to go about it. It's attention to detail, it's accountability, it's work ethic, it's culture building, it's all the things that Jayhawks can relate to. And I assure you of that. You're going to see and feel that in all the little ways that matter most. Because the little ways that matter most here in these early days of the Leipold era are going to be what builds and sustains something that Jayhawks across the country are going to be proud of. So with all that said, let's get him up here. And I just again want to close by thanking you for all you do for the University of Kansas. Be proud, be loud, rock chalk.
I'm good.
Well, as Travis mentioned, we are so excited about our next speaker. He's your new ball coach, and you take a look at the track record of a 6-time national champion, a 6-time national coach of the year, the fastest head coach to 100 wins in college football history. A guy that went to back bowl games at Buffalo and won 30 games in his last 4 seasons there. And as I mentioned, many publications listing him as an A+ hire or a top 10 coach nationally. We got our guy. Give it up for head coach Lance Leipold.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. What a great pleasure to be here tonight. You know, it's been a whirlwind in a sense about May 1st taking over here at KU. And but as Tracy, my administrative assistant who helps with my calendar, and we're looking at dates that we come out and speak to groups like yourselves, and she told me what a special night this is and the great crowd and the loyal people of the Kansas City area that come out. And she was absolutely right. And from the bottom of my heart, my wife, everyone has welcomed us so greatly, and we are truly blessed to be here. Thank you. And every time I've had a chance, and I know I've been a few that have been at other events that I've had a chance to speak, it just reminds me and humbles us again how blessed we are, because I know many of you have been longtime supporters, patient supporters, yes, at times even frustrated supporters. And I know this, when I stand in front of you, you have my word that we will give you everything we can, and we know that we will build the program that you so richly deserve. We're about eight practices in. I can tell you we're getting better, and our guys have really accepted change. And we're going to go about it. We're going to do it the right way. But as I just said, there's a sense of responsibility, obviously, with this job. But when I see your passion, I see your eyes, I see your excitement, and I see your desire to have winning football in Lawrence, Kansas, and really in the whole state of Kansas and the Kansas City metro area, I know it's truly my obligation to you that we deliver that for you, and we will. So we look forward to see you on September 3rd. And the last thing I just want to say, please, with all those things I just said, please do not underestimate your contributions in the stadium and in your support in helping us get this thing turned around. Your energy, your efforts, and all those things, and bring some friends to the games, and we'll get that place rocking, and we're going to bring a winner here. Thank you very much. Rock chalk.